안녕하세요. 저는 에미입니다. 저는 재정입니다.
안녕하세요. 저는 스티븐입니다. 저는 조이민준입니다.
And we're back with another episode in Rank the Debut. So this one is going to be a fun one, and the next episode, because it's all basically the same band. But not. So we're going to start off with the first ones to debut. NCT U.
The seventh sense. Whew.
Open your eyes.
My eyes were open.
So did you recognize anyone?
Mark.
Oh, Mark.
Introduction. You clearly saw everyone.
Mm-hmm.
You saw when they were singing and when they were rapping.
Mm-hmm.
However, the visuals made it difficult to get a good sense of who they are.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it had everything really. Probably 8.5. Most of the visuals really kind of let it down in a sense.
There was a lot of close-ups.
Yeah, but even them were like color coded.
Just no lighting effects when it's the close-ups, you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that takes away from getting to introduce them as members.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree with the 8.5.
Music. I thought the music is amazing. It's some of my favorite. And
It's mellow.
Yeah.
It's different. I love it.
I think it was kind of risky, but it works.
Yeah.
And you're just like, ooh, like it gives you that, ooh, it gives you feelings. It's great. So I think a 9 is where I'm at.
It's so good. The music is so good. It follows the beat. It's just so, it's repetitive, but not in a really annoying repetitive way.
Mm-hmm. I could listen to that song multiple times during the day and...
Yes. It's one of the songs that it doesn't really matter what kind of mood you're in. It's not like a boppy song. Like if you're having a hard day, it just kind of like go, okay, cool, I'm just gonna like relax into it.
It can help you chill out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
9.5. Yeah.
Visual.
The lighting worked overtime.
I'm not.
It was risky.
Yeah. I mean, it works for this particular song with what they were attempting to achieve.
Mm-hmm.
But overall for me, it wasn't a great visual experience because it was a lot of the same imagery. Red screen throughout the entire thing is just... It doesn't have to be just the one thing.
They did change it up a little bit.
Yeah, but it's the main theme of the song, and that's all I'm going to feel like I'm going to remember is just the red screen.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't in love visually with this song at all. Visually for me, it was probably like a 4. There's not much else I can say. It just didn't do it for me.
Different. It was cool. I loved the playing with it. It made 100% made it stand out. Like you were even saying that pretty much the main thing you're going to remember from this is red screen. So you will remember at least a bit of this. And that's the kind of like what was the group with the huge like red screen and stuff, but that kind of goes into memorability.
Exactly right.
It was a little bit overdone in the red, I do agree. Like it was really cool for like the intro and stuff, and then maybe if they brought it back for the outro, but throughout it when they were going back to that, if it was like a more muted color, like it doesn't have to be no color like it was like with the white, which you saw, which was great. It didn't have to be that throughout the whole thing, but it could have been like more of a muted red, not a like bright red. But you saw all of them in the different close-ups in different scenery and in different lighting, and there was the smoke and there was the effects, and that was like a lot. But again, they're in SM, they have the money. I think it was cool. I think the costumes were cool. Hair, especially Tens, was great. So I rate it higher than you, but I'd probably rate it at like a 5.5.
dance.
Oh.
They really showcased their dance in this, but because of when they were dancing and the screen they were dancing in, it really, I don't think I'm going to.
But you saw the butts.
I know.
And there was times in there we just went, ooh, the dance moves.
Yeah.
Like, it was, and it wasn't overdone. The dance fit the song. It wasn't too quick. It wasn't, like, out of tune with it. It fit really well. It showcased it really, like, a lot.
I think, though, you can see that they do need work. They're not 100% finished in their dance. Synchronization was lacking. If you're going to be dancing like this, though, you need to be making sure that you're more in sync than that. Do you understand what I mean?
I know.
I know it was choreographed at the end there when they were doing little bits.
Yeah.
That was fine because...
Yeah.
But...
1, 2, 3 hit, not 1, 2 hit, 3 hit.
Yeah.
I understand what you mean.
So I think an 8.5. What the song they were dancing to, how it was done. I just think they just need that tiny bit more polish.
Yeah.
Synchronization wise.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I agree with the 8.5.
The end makes more sense than the rest of it. Is that what you're thinking?
It's a lot.
Yeah. It's kind of a bit out there for a debut song. It's catchy. It took me all the way to get to the end to really get an idea of what it's about. Like I'm assuming having a reality wake up as a seventh sense while you're dreaming. We'll take it slow. That makes it feel like a different song. I thought it was more of a sensual, sexual song. But it's not, which is kind of confusing.
It is a little bit confusing.
Definitely about dreams and reality and...
Yeah, but it's difficult to pinpoint what they're talking about. Because, I don't know, like, to me, well, during your dreams and your subconscious and you're looking at things through a different light, different reality, you see that things aren't as bad as you thought they were. You see, that's what I'm kind of getting from it. But that's not exactly what they're saying. Like, it's a very... Which, again, it could be what it was. Could be a bit like it's a thinking, like, I'm going to go away and think about this. The flow of it in Korean is beautiful. Like, it's a deep song. And I feel like it's a song that you have to really, like, just sit with and go over it.
Yeah,
a number of times.
If I had the time, I would literally try and pull this apart and try and figure it out. It's not a debut song. I'm probably going to rate the lyrics for this song as a 3.
Go 3.5. Memorability. There are very memorable aspects of it.
Yes.
So I remember the chorus bit. Open your eyes, Ijin, and open your eyes, open your eyes, open your eyes. That, quite honestly, that is helped because of the meme. Eat gin and open your eyes, open your eyes. And then Mark's, and that's a long ass ride. Those lyrics are very memorable. I remember the little bits of the dance. I remember the red.
I definitely remember the red spray.
I didn't remember which members were in it. I remembered that Taeyong and Mark was in this one. They're the only two that I could remember was in the Seventh Sense NCT U. And that does have to do with the fact that NCT is a huge group and NCT U is not a fixed group and it keeps changing members.
And they shapeshift.
So I have to deduct some points for that because I mean... I didn't do that for other ones, like, I don't remember all of the members, but it's a little bit, for me personally, because NCT as a whole, I'm just like, I don't know if I deduct, like, I'll deduct a little bit for that, but not like a full point, like half a point for that, just because me personally, I'm just like, it's not a fixed group. I mean, that's the other thing, because it's not a fixed group, but all of these weren't fixed groups at the beginning, and I could still remember some of the members.
Yeah, but you're very good at, if I told you a song, you would be able to tell me which members were in that song. You didn't for this. That's your thing. That's what you're trying to get at. You're very
I know,
good
that's
at...
my thing of going, but this is a debut and I'm just doing it off the debut. Because I'm like, no, but I know the band and there's so many members. Okay.
I think you should still deduct points for that, because that's you.
I'll still do like a half point. But again, that's because I know the band now. I didn't know, like with this, there was no name, so you didn't really know who anyone was.
No.
I remember the NCTU's first, like their debut was The Seventh Sense. I remembered it was The Seventh Sense, and I remember parts of it, but I didn't remember the whole thing of it. I would probably go...
Say it at the same time.
7.
Yes! That's exactly what I was thinking.
Has nothing to do with the fact that it's called The Seventh Sense. That's just a happy coincidence.
Yeah, no, I was literally thinking the same thing, because for me, I'll remember the red screen and I'll remember the arse.
You'll remember the butts.
The butts. And I'll remember the lyrics like that.
Open your eyes, Eugene, and open your eyes, open your eyes.
I won't be able to fully remember this song at all.
Again, we love all of these bands. We know it's extremely difficult to be an idol and to debut. They go through so much to even get the opportunity to debut.
Yes.
But we're just being very critical because that's the whole idea of this. If you're watching this and this is your bias group and you don't agree with us, we understand. But we're just being very nitpicky. Alright, so the next one is Dream.
No.
Oh, 127. NCT 127. Like I said before, NCT 127, this was not a fixed group at the beginning. So there are members missing. And I know that there is one member who is no longer in 127. NCT 127 and their debut, Sabangcha.
Fire truck.
Sabangcha. Have you seen that?
No. I'm kind of glad I wasn't in love with that song.
I loved it. I love that song.
I would like that song without the music video. The introduction to the members, it wasn't great.
Yeah.
You didn't get to see them all singing properly, or who was singing what, and it was kind of off-putting, especially when a lot of the time they were focusing on other people that weren't even part of the group.
Yeah.
I'd probably say a 4.
Look, you really didn't get to see a lot of their faces or who was singing when or anything like that. However, you did get to see a bit of their like chemistry and personalities, but as an introduction, once again, the main people that they were focusing on were Taeyong, a little bit of Jaehyun and Mark, who you saw in NCT U, but they did focus heavily more on Haechan. But again, there was no names or anything like that. It went really fast, so you couldn't really go. I don't know how many people are in this band. So I would say a 4 as well.
Different
I have
reasons.
different reasons.
Music.
I love that music.
It's so repetitive and so...
Yes, but it's repetitive in a fun way and you remember it. I know that's going into memorability, but it's fun. It makes you dance. It made me dance. I love that song. It's so upbeat and everything like that.
It is more upbeat, but it doesn't really give me that soul sort of... I feel like people are going to assume I'm talking about like slower songs for soul food. That's not what I mean.
This one didn't speak to you.
No.
And that's fine.
It was kind of just like a stock standard SM package. something I would expect them to throw at you. It was very repetitive. Overall, I feel like the music in this, it's just, if you heard a little bit of it, I'd be fine. But that's very difficult for me to listen to that type of music the whole way through. Probably gonna go a 4.5.
I was gonna go 7.
Visual, it's very colourful, it's very bright.
Yeah.
But it focused too much on other aspects rather than the song and the people that it was about.
The members.
Yeah, probably a 6.
See, I like the visuals. I like the fire hose that they had and all of the hoses and everything for when they were doing photo. Like, it was fun. It was fun. It was funny. It was silly. It was great. However, I do kind of feel like that would have been better as a second music video, because you're still seeing how fun and stuff they are, but the first one is kind of getting to know the members a little bit, which again, I understand that with NCT, especially at the beginning, they weren't set groups and they could change the members around, so they didn't want to completely focus on who the members were because they could have easily changed. But you didn't really know that going into it when they were debuting, that's what the whole thing was.
And we're doing this as group members debuting.
So I'd probably go 7.
Dance.
You didn't really get to see a whole lot of dance.
Not at all.
But the choreography was great with them all walking in.
I do remember. You
did see a bit of it, and you saw a bit of the aerial with when they were lifting Win.
I was going to say that when I was watching them dancing, that they were more cohesive and more in sync than NCT U, and I guess for that reason I would match the same rating at 8.5, because when they were dancing it was well done.
I would have got an 8.
8? The lyrics, bunker.
The lyrics are brilliant. It's a fun song.
I still think the lyrics are better than
the 7 Sense.
Better than 7 Sense.
They're not confusing. It's fire truck.
Yeah, but it's kind of real simplistic.
But it's fun. I like it.
And it fits the song. Fun though. That's the thing. I didn't have fun. I just felt like a messy song in a club. I could listen to this song if I wasn't watching it.
I think it flows in Korean. It's a really fun, simple song.
I'd probably go 6.
8.5. I love this song. Look who came to join us.
Memorability.
It's so memorable. I remember this song. Rate a 9.
9.
I deduct a point because I don't remember all of the members. And I don't remember the whole music video, but I remember the song.
Personally, I'm probably not going to remember this song because I just wasn't in love with it. I might remember bits and pieces, but if you ask me what NCT 127 song, I'd probably forget. I'd probably go 3.
That's it for this video. I hope that you liked it. If you did, you know what to do. Go be bees. 안녕.
안녕.